Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're driving a GMC and your dashboard suddenly lights up with the abstraction control or stabilitrak warning lights, you might have pulled the trouble code C0035. So, what does this code mean? And more importantly, how do you fix it? Stick around, because today we're breaking down everything you need to know about GMC fault code C0035. First off, let's decipher the code. C0035 specifically points to a problem with the left front wheel speed sensor circuit. In simple terms, your truck's computer, the electronic brake control module, or EBC, isn't getting a clear or correct signal from the sensor on your driver's side front wheel. This sensor is crucial. It tells the computer how fast that specific wheel is spinning. This information is vital for your anti-lock braking system, your traction control, and your stability control systems to work properly. When the signal is lost or erratic, these safety systems get disabled as a precaution, which is why all those warning lights pop up on your dash. So, what causes this code to trigger? There are a few common culprits. The most obvious one is a failed wheel speed sensor itself. These sensors live in a harsh environment, exposed to water, dirt, and road salt, so they can definitely wear out over time. Another very common issue is a damaged wiring harness. The wires running to the sensor can get frayed, stretched, or corroded. Sometimes they get snagged on road debris or damaged during other suspension repairs. Don't forget to check the connector, too. A loose, corroded, or dirty connection can interrupt the signal, just as easily as a broken wire. Less common, but still possible, is a problem with the magnetic reluctor ring, also known as a toner ring. This is what the sensor reads. If this ring, which is part of the wheel hub assembly, is cracked, has missing teeth, or is covered in metallic debris, the sensor can't get an accurate reading. And in rare cases, the issue might not be with the sensor or wiring at all, but with the EBCM itself. However, you should always rule out the simpler possibilities. First, as EBCM failure is much less likely. Alright, let's get into the diagnosis. The first step is a good visual inspection. Get your vehicle safely lifted and secured on jack stands. Take a close look at the left front wheel speed sensor and its wiring. Follow the wire from the sensor as far back as you can. Are there any obvious signs of damage, like breaks, chafing, or melted spots? Check the connector. Is it plugged in securely? Unplug it and look for any green, crusty corrosion on the pins. If everything looks okay visually, the next step is to test the sensor and the wiring. You can use a multimeter to check for resistance across the sensor's pins. You'll need to look up the specific resistance value for your GMC model, but generally, you're looking for a reading within a certain range. An open circuit or a reading of 0 ohms usually means the sensor is bad. You can also check for voltage at the connector with the key on. You should see a reference voltage coming from the EBCM on one wire and a good ground on the other. If you're missing voltage or ground, you know you have a wiring problem between the connector and the computer. A more advanced diagnostic tool is an oscilloscope or a scan tool with live data capability. This lets you see the wheel speed sensor signal in real time as you spin the wheel. A good sensor will produce a clean, consistent square wave pattern that increases in frequency as you spin the wheel faster. If the signal is erratic, jumpy, or non-existent, you've confirmed a problem in that circuit. Now for the fix, if you've found a damaged wire, you can often repair it. Just make sure to use a quality bud connector with heat shrink to create a weatherproof seal. If the sensor itself is bad, replacement is usually straightforward. It's typically held in by a single bolt. Once you remove the bolt, the old sensor might be a bit stuck, so a little gentle persuasion might be needed. Clean the mounting surface before installing the new sensor to ensure it sits properly. If your diagnosis pointed to a damaged reluctor ring, you'll unfortunately need to replace the entire wheel hub assembly, as the ring is an integral part of it. After you've replaced the faulty component, whether it was the sensor, the wiring, or the hub, clear the trouble codes with your scan tool. Then, take the truck for a test drive. The warning lights should stay off. And if you check your scan tool's live data, you should see all 4 wheel speed sensors reporting plausible and matching speeds. And that's a wrap on diagnosing and fixing GMC code C0035. It might seem intimidating with all the warning lights, but with a logical approach, you can pinpoint the problem and get your truck's safety systems back online. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more DIY repair guides. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.